Hey guys, thank you for joining today's video. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Valerie and I post videos offering my guidance to help those along their spiritual journey. Today's video was a highly requested subject. I do occasionally offer polls on my Instagram, just basically asking what video would you like to see next. And this was one of the videos that people wanted to see next, so I'm recording it. If you do want to follow me on social media, all my social media links are down below in the description box, just in case you do want to follow me. That's up to you. So basically today I'm sharing with you how I pull tarot cards. So before we dive in, if you see me looking down, it's just because I have notes to keep me on track. I've already recorded this video and I honestly did not like how it turned out, just because I have been pulling tarot for quite some time and I forgot a lot of things. Like I really did. And I was just like, wow, Valerie, come on, get yourself together. So I have taken notes just to keep me on track and so that I can kind of give you the best information on how I pull tarot cards personally. Also, personally, I do not believe there's a right or wrong way into pulling tarot cards. It's basically how you feel drawn to pulling tarot cards. However, I do feel that there are some basics. So let's go ahead and dive into that part. Personally, I believe in studying tarot cards and the origin of how tarot began. However, it's not needed. It's just something that I have done and I've noticed it's helped me along my journey and helped me along with just simply pulling cards, especially when it comes to those that think tarot is evil. It's kind of helped me understand where tarot has come from, and it's just made me a little bit more comfortable with tarot and pulling tarot and using tarot, especially because before tarot, I came from a very religious family and I was one of those people that were like, oh my gosh, it might be playing with the devil. However, it's really not. It's really not. After I studied the origin and the history of tarot, it totally changed my perspective and it's allowed me to, feel more comfortable, especially when people are like, oh, tarot is evil, tarot is the devil's work, when it's really, again, it's really not. When you are pulling tarot, I am a firm believer in calling in your angels and your guides and your divine spiritual team. Basically calling in the angels and calling in the divine, calling in the universe, God, our higher power, to deliver messages that are needed. Simply because lower level entities can also use tarot to communicate to you as well. I'm not saying that to scare anybody. I'm just simply saying that because you need to know, I'm trying to be truthful here. The next thing I personally suggest and practice is envisioning a white light coming down from the heavens and surrounding myself like a pyramid, and then this white light being encased with golden energy. I do this to protect myself and protect my reading and to make sure that I'm calling in higher vibrational beings and higher vibrational guidance. And then at the end of my reading, I always make sure I give thanks to my spiritual team and my cards. And then after I'm done giving thanks, I make sure to take some time to recharge myself, because pulling tarot is using your energy and it can be draining at times, depending on how powerful the message is. Occasionally, that's why when I'm doing pick a card readings or even just doing readings for the collective, I will have a fully charged camera, and I know this happens a lot with a lot of tarot readers in general, especially when they're recording it. I will have a fully charged camera and then it will go completely dead within 5 minutes. So it's because you're pulling in so much energy and the energy can be draining after you come out of that energy field. So make sure you're recharging yourself and you're just giving yourself some time to recharge your own personal being. So that was kind of the basics. So let me go ahead and dive in and show you how I actually pull tarot cards. After I've called in my spirit team and encased myself in this white golden energy, I begin to get my tools ready, which I use white sage or Palo Santo. In this video, I chose to use Palo Santo, Florida water, my tarot deck, my scrying tool or pendulum, whatever you wish to call it, and a crystal. I am mostly drawn to pyramid crystals. I have no idea why, really. I think it's part of just my personal beliefs and, what I'm drawn to. But I like to use crystals that are shaped like a pyramid. Before I shuffle my cards, I like to take my Florida water and cleanse my hands simply by just taking a dab and rubbing it on my hands. I also like to rub the Florida water on my third eye and the base of my neck. I'll also use the Florida water to cleanse the surface that I'm going to be reading on, And after I do cleanse myself and my surface that I will be reading on with the Florida water, I will then smudge the area as well, along with my cards, my scrying tool, and my crystal. Sometimes I will cleanse each of the cards with the sage or the Palo Santo, depending on how I'm feeling and my energies that day. After everything has been cleansed, I began to shuffle the cards. If I am shuffling for someone else, I focus my energy on that person until I feel connected to their energy and a message for them. Same goes if I'm pulling a message for myself. After I have shuffled my cards, I will then put the cards at the top face of my reading surface or the north face of my reading surface, and I'll put the crystal directly in the middle of my reading surface, which then I make a circle around the cards in a clockwise formation around the crystal itself. After the cards are in a circle, I then take my scrying tool and place it towards the middle of the reading surface where the crystal is at. This is when I ask the question for the cards, or I focus my intention on the message that's needed to be delivered to whoever is getting the reading, be it someone else or myself. Eventually, the scrying tool or the pendulum will start to swing in a clockwise formation, and it will eventually land on a card. Once it lands on a card, this is the card that I choose and I will pull out for the reading. And I will continue doing this method until I feel, using my intuition, that the message has fully been pulled for the reading that I am doing. Personally, I like using a scrying tool because I feel it helps me to connect easier, and it allows me to not get my own energy in the way if I am reading for somebody else. Like I said, I will use my intuition to tell me when I'm done pulling cards and when enough cards have been pulled for the reading that I am doing. And typically I do not use a spread when I'm reading tarot. I just simply lay out the cards in a line and read the messages that I do see. And I mainly use my intuition. However, I do honor the card's meaning as well during the reading. After the reading is over, I give thanks to my guides for showing up, I give thanks to my cards, and I allow myself a chance to recharge. Again, as for tarot, can be very draining, and it can take a lot of energy out of you, or just stepping out of that energy, from going from a very high energy back to like reality. It can be a transition, so I allow myself to recharge and to regroup. So personally, I feel that is a very important step into pulling tarot cards. Well, that is it. That is all I have for today's video and how I pull tarot cards. As a reminder, I do not believe that there is a right or wrong way into pulling tarot. I feel it's more based on what feels more natural to you and what you feel comfortable with doing. Hopefully today's video could help you in some kind of way. Thank you for joining. If you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. I do post videos weekly, so if you want to subscribe, feel free to do so if you like this kind of content, if you like my vibes, if you like my energy. And if you wish to be notified when a new video is uploaded, don't forget to hit the bell so that you are notified when a new video has been posted. Thank you for being a part of this journey, and thank you for allowing me to be a part of yours. I am sending you so much love and gratitude. Until next time, don't fear in believing. Bye, loves.